aka Lady D. I got a little glare. Let me see. Turn this off. No, I don't like that. Let y'all see a little more light. Anyway, how y'all doing? I haven't had a chance in a minute to really just chime in for a little longer video. I've been doing the shorts, which are really great, especially if you're kind of short with time. You just want to reach out and touch, do a video, maybe have a thought in the moment, have some fun, whatever it is. I really enjoy the shorts. I really do. At first I was like, I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got enough time. It's just a minute. It's just 15 seconds. I can't do that. I can't do that. But you know what? They all good sometimes. So how's everyone? I am here. Wow, I just wanted to chat for a minute on, the execution of change. We have got to execute change in our direction, in our life, in our way that makes a difference in all facets, every corner. And sometimes it's just so easy to become complacent with just staying in one spot, not growing, not moving, not developing, not elevating. We just want to stay in what spot. Why? Because we feel safe in doing so. Change is not good sometimes for some who are afraid of change. I'm not going to say it's not good. It's not something that they want to put on their plate of things to do because they're comfortable with how things are. We do that in our everyday life when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, love, friendships, when it comes to work. How many people do you know who stay in the same position for years and years and years? They tired of making the same money. They tired of doing the same type of job. However, they're just stuck. Because why? Change is scary to them. You become comfortable in doing the type of work you do. You become comfortable working around the people you're working with. You don't want to go somewhere else. You guys, excuse me. Let me tell you, I'm in a parking garage, right? And it's all good. It's cozy and all that. But every time a car goes by, click, click, ha, 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 you hear all this noise. So you guys can kind of see in the background cars going by. So just bear with me. I do these videos in the moment. No matter where I'm at, well, some things I ain't gonna do a video. If I'm doing that, I ain't gonna do. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. I just do it. I just do what I do. But yeah, they get complacent and they get scared of the change of moving forward in a new career, taking classes. I've heard people say, I don't really want to go back to school because I'm too old. I'm just too old to learn something new. Let me tell you something. You're never too old to grow. You're never too old to develop yourself mentally, educationally, change a career. When I was going to school, San Francisco State, a few years ago, got my degree in broadcasting. Look here, I'm thinking about going back and getting a master's. But the thing is, there was people in my class that was in their 70s in some of my classes that had decided to go back to school to do a different and new career focus. Now, let me take off this coat. It's cold, but it's hot. I'm all up in this parking garage and got on coats and work gear and Lord have mercy. But anyway, they are they was in their 70s and they was learning something new, and I mean spunky, sitting in the front of the class. And even me with my mature self back then, I was like, shoot, I was in the front of the class. I was getting A's and B's. I was raising my hand, asking questions. I may ask the same question a couple times, but that's all right. I was answering my hand, answering questions. I was applying for scholarships and getting them. I was getting A's and B's. I was taking 4-5 classes at a time. Look here. Age ain't got nothing to do with none of that, okay? If you are motivated and you want to change something, execute it, do it. It ain't about no age. And don't get caught up in what other people are saying. I remember having finals and things like that. And, I had to I had to do research papers and stuff like that, just writing. And man, by the time I graduated, I was so tired of writing papers. It was Lord Jesus. But I'm so good at it. But anyway, you had to tell some folks sometime that I just can't do that. I can't go. No, maybe in a couple of weeks. I got this exam coming up. I got this paper I got to do. I got 2 papers I got to do. I got to go to the library. I got to do this, that. I'm sorry. And some folks just couldn't deal with that. They fell off the radar and went and got with Jezebel and whatever because they got tired of you being, especially some who don't know the struggle and discipline that it takes to focus on obtaining a college degree. You have got to be in it to win it. First of all, you ain't paying that money or sitting in that classroom every day. Some people stop working just to be able to go back to school. You ain't doing that just because. Hello? You ain't doing it just because. So you got to be attentive, ready, motivated, and, some things are just going to have to wait. Okay? So I just said that to say age ain't nothing but a number. Do you, boo-boo. Don't get caught up on people telling you too old for nothing. So execute and change. Sometimes we get caught up in staying in a rut end, not only job, but relationship. We're staying in this rut butt end relationship because we scared to move on to the next. I've heard all kinds of stuff. I've heard, I've done all this time with boo-boo. Ain't no sense in me going and learn nobody new because I've been with him forever and I might as well just stay with him. Ain't no sense in me getting with nobody else. Ain't no sense in me going to get another girl because I've been with this woman for X amount of years and she done took all my stuff. Ain't nobody else gonna take my stuff. Even though I ain't in love with her like that, but I do love her. I ain't in love with her, but I do love her. Okay. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But they end up settling for the rut that they're in because they're afraid to execute change. One, they're afraid to be alone. Some are just afraid to be alone, don't want to be alone, can't be alone, ain't trying to be alone, scared to be alone. You can't pay them to be alone. They got to have somebody. So the fear of being out here not in something serious, because you don't know how long it's going to take you after you leave someone or they leave you to be single. You may be single for the next 2 years, 10 years. 10 months, 5 days, I don't know. You don't know how long it's going to be before you get that right connection, right? So some are afraid to take the chance that it's not going to happen quickly. So they go and they dive into the first thing that's talking like, we can do this. I like you. You cute. You want a man? You do? Okay, well, I'm the man for the job. I ain't got things going on right now, but I'll be good to you. You ain't got to worry about it. I love massaging your feet and doing a lot of stuff like that. And I'll keep the house clean and I'll just be there, girl. You just say the word. You looking for a fella? So, and then some would just jump on that wagon. I don't want to be alone. I might as well just go and be with him because he's showing me all this attention and love and he wants commitment. And these guys out here, they just don't want that commitment. So let me just do this. Afraid to be alone. So they don't want to execute change, okay? And it's like sometimes we have got to just make choices in our lives to do something better for ourselves all the way around the map. You have to soul search. You have to look within, the woman within, the man within. Look deep inside yourself and in your mental and figure out what's best for you. Where do change need to start? Does it need to start with getting yourself together first, because working on you makes you a whole new you and better temple for the next. Okay, so do you have to work on you first? Do you have to execute coming out of something that's just toxic and not good for you? Do you have to get that resume polished and looking good so that you can present yourself to a new employer because you're on this dead end job? Do you have to look into what would be the first steps of development to go into this new business idea that you may have? There's so many things that you can start digging and looking deep within yourself to find out what's best, and then start to execute that change. Don't let the next person be the deciding factor. Don't let the next person be the one to hold you back or to spring you forward. Because even though you can have motivation coming from another that's positive, but if they have 100% to do with you springing forward, then you'll always feel like you're indebted to them, like you owe them for what they did. Say, for instance, if someone say, well, babe, you know, you don't have to work. I'll just go on and let you get that, whatever you're trying to do in school, so you can get this and this and that done, and we can, you know, and they'll just take care of everything and let you do that. And then maybe later, after you've done that, you realize that y'all don't need to be together. Maybe something big happened. Maybe they cheated. Maybe you just realize you've outgrown each other. I don't know. But something happens where, you know, I can't stand when folks just walk by talking all loud. I know we in a public parking lot, but I mean, God dog, everybody don't need to hear your conversation. Did y'all hear that? They was talking too loud. So anyway, yeah, so you just go head on and you just, you gotta do you. You gotta execute that change. I want y'all to start with that mindset and mentality today. I had to bring forth that message, but I got to get out of here. I got a couple of more things to do before it's gonna be time. Let me see how much time I got. Maybe about 15 more minutes, but I gotta make it worthwhile. I didn't already ate, so maybe I'll play around and do some shorts or something. What y'all think? Have a good day. Bye.